In this video series, we're going to be running through how to stylize or change the themability of your PlayIt control, and we're also going to be looking at localization, how you can change the language of the various pieces of PlayIt. So to get started, let's look at the theme roller ready drop-down box up that we got up here, and as we change this guy, we're going to see that it automatically changes the theme to whatever the current selected item is. Now, built into Theme Roller, there is a whole bunch of themes, and we have it out here documented on lifeinthegrid.com for the PlayIt documentation. We have all the different themes that you can link to, and each one of these links are CDN links. So if you click on, say, this Blitzer link, it's going to take you to the URL that you need to style your control. So you can easily grab this URL right here, and then you can come back to a text editor. And the example that I'm working with here is the Localize demo that comes bundled with PlayIt. Now, what you'll want to look for in the top head part of your HTML is a link reference, and you're going to see up here where it says jQuery UI, you'll see a version number and you'll see themes. Now you can go ahead and replace this whole entire URL with the one that we just copied and pasted earlier. We're going to save that out. We're going to come back to the control and we're going to refresh it, and we'll see that it will be using the Blitzer theme that we just set. So changing the themes to the default theme is very easy. You just jump out to the help system, grab any one of the links, and then you're going to want to change the name of the theme. In fact, you can just change the name Blitzer to any one of the themes that you see on the help system, to any one of these names right here, such as Dark Hive or .love. So that's a quick rundown of how to set any one of the themes on your PlayIt plugin. Okay, so we've seen how we can apply any one of the custom themes from Theme Roller into PlayIt, but say we wanted to customize all of the fonts, the styles, and the colors exactly how we have our website. Well, we can do that by using the Theme Roller tool. And because PlayIt is 100% Theme Roller ready, we can apply these changes to this Theme Roller Builder tool, and they'll be reflected in PlayIt. Now, the tool is very simple to use. You just browse out to jQueryui.com/themeroller, and you begin to change the settings of each one of these controls. And these controls on the right-hand side will be reflected of what needs to be changed when you change any one of these settings. So you can easily change the background, all the different elements of these controls. Now, one thing I suggest that you can try is to come over to the Gallery tab and open it up. And if you see one of the themes that could be close to the way you want your site to look, you can easily edit that theme by clicking the Edit button and then begin to modify it. So it helps you maybe find color coordinates that are a little bit closer to your site. But if not, you can easily start from scratch also and just run through all of these settings. Now, for demonstration purposes, I'm only going to change the background really quickly of one of these just to show you how it's reflected when you download the theme. So I'm going to change this grayish background right here to a solid white color, and you can see it's being reflected right there. Now, the way that you apply this to the PlayIt control is we're going to go ahead and download this theme. So once you click that download link, you'll need to come back down here and download the final version. And you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that these are all checked. And you're going to go ahead and download this to your local hard drive, and it downloads it in a zip format. Now, when this file is downloaded, we're going to go ahead and open it up, and we're going to just extract it really quickly to show you the contents. Now, inside of this folder, the only data that you really need is in the CSS folder. So we're going to open this up, and what is in here is the style sheet and the images that PlayIt needs to apply the theme roller settings. So we're going to copy this directory, this custom theme directory that we just created, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy it to my web root on my local website. And I'm just going to copy it right here. And in my text editor, I'm going to jump out here really quickly, and I already have this link pasted ready to go so we can do the demonstration. Now I'm going to go ahead and replace it right here, and we're going to go ahead and replace that link. We'll go ahead and make sure that this is all clean here. We're going to save that out. Now we're going to jump back out to PlayIt, and I'm going to go ahead and refresh this. And as you can see, it applied that Copatero theme. Now if I click on an audio link, you can see that the background is solid white. So normally you would see a little bit more of a gradient fade of a gray, and it's currently all white because that was the theme that we built. So you'll notice that this is applied everywhere inside of PlayIt. So everything that you see, all the hovers, all the information dialogues, everything that you see is going to be themed based on that theme. So this is a really quick way for you to apply themes to the PlayIt control. Okay, so now we're going to run through a quick demonstration on how to localize or change the language settings on your PlayIt control. Now, localizing is very easy. There's two data point entries that you want to localize, and the first one is you're going to want to include this script down here that we see, and it is the localized file for the control itself, and this file drives everything that you see on the UI. So for example, all these buttons that we see here, and if we click on the audio player and we hover over some of these items, the tooltips, these are all driven from this particular localization file, which can be found in the source under the lang directory, which is short for languages. Now we currently have 4 localization files, which are German, English, Spanish, and Chinese. Now if you wanted to not have any language file, the default language is currently in English. So if we comment this out really quickly and we refreshed this and we changed the configuration file for English, we would see that everything is back in English. So you can see how easily it is to set up any one of the localized pieces. Now if we take a look at the configuration file, we'll see that it is all localized itself. So those two files, the configuration file and the language file, are what drive the ultimate customization of language within PlayIt. So you'll need to make sure that your data is localized at both of those points. Now you can also do some customization on what you want the language codes to be. So say for example in English, if we open up the English file and we uncommented it, we are going to uncomment it because built in the PlayIt right now we use this exact same language file. So it's not used until you include it. So for example, if we refresh this, we'll see that all the values are currently set in English. However, if we wanted to change, say, the mute button to say no sound, the tooltip, we can change it right there, but we've also got to make sure that we come back to our PlayIt control and include this localized file, because inside of PlayIt those values are already set, and we're going to go ahead and change it to EN. And now we're going to go ahead and refresh this. We're going to go ahead and refresh the entire player, and we're going to jump over here to the audio, and we're going to hover over this mute button, and we see how it says no sound now. So this is a great way for you to change any one of the text items that you see on these buttons. And say for example you didn't want the video to say video info, you just wanted it to say video data. You can just come back to that configuration file that we saw earlier over here under the English version, and you can just change these to whatever you see fit. Now these first set of strings, they are all pretty much one for one. So album is album, previous image is previous image. You get the point there. Now these are referencing objects or buttons within the control, and these are full messages. So you'll see also these %S's, and these are just placeholders for data that will fall inside of these placeholders. So as you can see, PlayIt is very easy to localize. You just need to find the files and make sure that they're all currently set, and you can easily change your localization from pretty much any language that you want. You can show it all in Chinese if you want, German or Spanish, and you just add these localization files however you see fit. So that is a rundown of localization for PlayIt.